Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Tabitha Yount, the owner of Elegant Living, and this is
Lexi.
Come on in here and tell us hello and tell us where you guys are coming from. And we are finally got through our snowstorm. It's really nice and bright in here. So you guys are going to be able to see us really, really well and all the good things. So come on in.
Yes.
Come on in. Today is our final and last day of our workshop. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that you guys have found this very helpful and all the things. Because honestly, I think we've had a really good turnout. Everybody's really loving this. So
I think so too. So when you guys get in here, come tell us hello. Tell us what you guys are up to today. And we're going to get started.
We are going to get started this morning. Okay.
Yes.
So what are we talking about today, Lexi?
Today we are talking about rugs, how to find the perfect rug size for your home. She's going to start looking at your guys' comments. So come in here and tell us hello. We're looking at curtains, how to hang your curtains, how wide to hang your curtains. And we are going to be talking about a little bit about accessorizing. So that could be where you can put decorations, your throw pillows, your throws, your actual blankets, and much more. So make sure you guys get these guides. These guides have all of the information we're going to be talking about today. Thank you, Brenda. She says she loves our leopard print. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, so these guides are going to have everything you need to know, all of the numbers, all of the guidelines, everything. So all you have to do is just come on here and have some fun, and then all the information is in the guides.
Okay, so perfect. So let's get started.
Yes.
Is there anything that they need to know about? Okay, before we get started, tonight we are going to have a Q&A. We're going to have a Q&A at 6 Central Time.
Yes.
I love how it gives us these emojis.
Yes, 6 p.m. Central Time. We're coming on here and we're doing a Q&A. So bring your decorating questions. And we're having a special invitation for you guys. So make sure you guys are here.
Yes.
A special surprise invitation.
I think I posted it yesterday or this morning. So if you have a question, post it in the Post-it note. You can post it here, post it wherever. We'll find it. If you guys have a question for us to answer tonight. If you have something specific, let us know so that we can actually try to answer it the best we can.
Yes.
Like if you have a picture of an area, we can definitely pull it up. We can do all those things. So let us know about the Q&A. Well, not let us know. I'm telling you.
Come to our Q&A and let us know what your questions are.
Yes. Okay. So further ado, let's get started.
Let's get started here. Okay, so we're going to be starting with rugs. So if you have ever wondered how big your rug needs to be, how small it needs to be, what kind, where it goes, right now we're going to answer those for you.
And honestly, these questions keep popping up. Even with our consultations, people are like, I'm out looking for a rug. What is my rug supposed to look like? And what is it? How big is it supposed to be? How's it supposed to fit? So we're going to tell you all those things the best we possibly can. I don't know why our thing is wanting to die out here. But there we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with living room rugs. And as you guys have seen, my living room rug, I decided to pull it up because I wanted something completely different for the new space. And
part of our love it or leave it.
Yes. So love it or leave it. We left it. We took it out. It was gone. But one of the biggest challenges I think that most people decide is they put the rug way too small. Okay.
Yes, I would say that would.
And I know that rugs are expensive. It's an investment to make, but the rugs are just way too small. And I think that if you look at it like these little concepts that we go with, float the rug in the middle of the room to create a balanced look. Okay. We have some notes here. So I think it is so important when people are asking, how big of a rug do we go? You honestly cannot go big enough. Most of the time, it's kind of like your artwork. It's like your rug. You definitely need to go bigger. Okay?
For sure. So one of the guidelines that I like to say is when you have your floor butting against your wall. So if this is your wall, this is your floor here, you want at least 1 foot of a gap here. That's all the trim you need to have of your actual floor. The rest of it can be your rug.
Yes. And so most people have problems with that.
12-inch gap here.
Yes. A 12, if you have a little bit of a gap more, it's okay. If you see more of your hardwood floors or whatever it is, I think it's perfectly fine, honestly. But at least you really, really want every single, like a little gap clear around the perimeter of your room so that you can see your beautiful flooring that you paid for.
Yeah.
A lot of people,
a little picture frame.
Yes. A lot of people have really hard time, not like filling up the space. I don't know why. I think it's because they pay for all the beautiful hardwood floors and things like that, tile work, whatever it is that you have in your house, and they don't want to cover it up. But trust me, it will make your room more cohesive. Okay.
For sure. Okay, another tip that we want to tell you guys about. When you have your furniture Only the front legs of your furniture need to be on top of your rug. It's okay if they're all the way around it. But here, let me show you a picture. This will help. This is the most ideal layout here. This is in your guide today. This is what we mean when we say your rug needs to have the front legs of each piece of furniture on it. You can see how on the back here, it's not on the rug, but it still feels cohesive. This is what we love to see when we were picking out your rugs.
Yes, definitely want all the legs of every furniture
Yes.
sitting on that rug. And if you can actually measure that before, so what I try to
Yes.
tell people, a little hint, is before you go out and buy a rug or you're doing it online, put all your furniture where you want it to be, and then go measure from the first leg to the very last leg to on both sides, if that
Yes.
makes sense, on all 4 squares. So
Yes.
that you will know, okay, I need an 8 by 10 or I need a 10 by 12 or whatever it may be. And you'll kind of know. And now there is a variance in that because there's only standard sizes of rugs, but you'll know what your size you need and you can play around with it. But for the most part, every single, leg needs to be touching that.
Yes. So again, this is the most ideal. So
Most
all
ideal.
the front legs are on the rug. And then this is the least ideal. You don't want none of your furniture touching your rug. It is too small.
This is terrible. When I come in, I'd say, okay, we need to change the rug size.
Yes.
We're moving that rug.
Now, if your rug space looks like this, now that is okay.
It is okay.
It is okay. We can work with that.
We can work with that.
For sure.
Yes.
You'd rather it be too big than not big enough.
Yes, for sure. You'd rather it be too big than not big
And again,
enough.
this is in our guide. So if you guys have signed up for a guide, you're going to be getting this with all the information we have here.
Yes, all these wonderful guides that will guide you and
Yes.
show you the exact thing that you need to be doing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're going to dining room rugs. There's a little bit more information inside of our guide for each of these.
Yes.
But these are just like the quick notes you need to know right now to be able to get started.
Okay.
So, dining room rugs. When you're having your dining room, you want your chairs to be on the rug when you scoot them out. So when your chairs are pulled away from the table, you want your chairs to still be on the rug so that your chairs aren't wobbling, they're not kind of falling around. You want them to be stable and warm and cozy for your feet.
Yes. So you want it to be big enough if all of the legs and everybody's sitting at your dinner table and you want all those legs to be able to touch, at least the front legs when you're sitting on it to be touching. Now I know that's really super hard. So to have all the legs, but it's really important for the front legs. So if the front legs, when you are having a dinner, if you're sitting at dinner and your rugs, it's not touching the front of the legs, go get you a new rug.
This is what we mean by that. We want your entire table and chairs to be under the rug.
Yes, that is the most important thing. So when you're actually measuring, put this back up. When you're actually measuring for this, go ahead and put all those chairs where you're going to leave it when it's not being used. And then I want you to measure at least a little foot or two behind it. And I think that's really important. That's what we do. We have to just measure them. So if you're measuring those and there's a couple feet in front of it or behind it and you don't have any rug like right here, this is the main part on each end of it where you have the most trouble. So if you don't have enough rug there, then you need to go to the size bigger.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay. Because you don't want your rug to look like this. When your rug looks like this, it doesn't really ground the room as much, and it makes your chairs wobble when you pull them out.
Yeah, and it just is not as cohesive and not as warm. Now rugs will give you all kinds of different visual looks with it.
For sure.
And I think a rug is so important because especially you can have the most beautiful house, all the accessories and everything in it and not have a rug. And I'm going to say this again. Yes, I use my rug in my dining room. Yes, things spill on it and things like that. We vacuum it all the time. It's okay. What a rug does is it brings warmth and depth and all the different things in your space. So when you're thinking about what kind of rug, Tabitha, well, what I choose to do is any kind of colors that you're trying to pull out of the room, at least have one color that's in the room in the rug. Okay, I'm going to say that again. At least one color that you're pulling in the room in the rug. So then it'll be cohesive. And what you're trying to do is set the tone for that. So if you're more traditional or you're more modern or you're, country has a lot of different woven ones that are really popular right now. And it's setting the tone for the space, okay? And it brings a warmth to the room and a finished look. Yes. These are finishing touches is what we're talking about today. So if you don't have a rug under your dining room table, I highly suggest you to do that. It'll bring some warmth to the room.
So for you to have a rug that you're like, I don't really like that because we eat in there, try to have a low pile or like a flat woven rug. Those really vacuum well. They don't have things that stick to them, so it's really easy to clean. You could even sweep those.
So tell me below, do you have rugs under your dining room table and in your living room? Okay,
yes.
let us know.
If you do.
Especially your dining room table. I really want to know if you use a rug in your dining room table.
For sure.
We love to put rugs, but for some reason, every time we go to people's houses, they don't have rugs under the dining room table. I don't know why. I'm not really sure why, but that's really important. Let us know if you have rugs there. Okay.
Yes.
And do I go through everything, I think?
Yep.
Okay. The next thing that we're going to talk about
is bedroom rugs. So if you have a bedroom that doesn't have carpet in it, you need to put a rug in there because it's going to be so much warmer when you get out of bed in the morning and your feet are hitting something soft instead of the cold tile or the hardwoods or whatever you have in your bedroom.
It's a little cozier under your feet, you know? It's a little cozier. Now, people ask us all the time, do I like to put rugs over carpet?
We don't.
No, I don't. I feel like it breaks up the space, and the less flooring, and I'm going to say this again, and I say this all the time to consultations, the less flooring that you have, the more cohesive. It's kind of like the less colors that you have on your walls throughout your house. It's the less flooring and the more cohesive of the shell of your house. It flows, makes the house flow. So if you have carpeting in your bedroom or carpeting anywhere else and then you have a rug on it, it's really hard. It breaks up that space and it's really hard for it to lay down. It's a hazard thing for me. So I would suggest no. I would say just go with the flooring that you have in there. But let's just say that you have hardwood floors in your bedroom and you want to put a rug in there. What rug would we do?
Okay, so this is just like an easy hack. So if you have your bed, you want your rug to be 2/3 the size of your bed. So if you have a twin size bed, 2/3 of that. If you have a king size bed, 2/3 of that. It should only go under the front two. Okay, so let's just do this. This is your bed. Actually, I have an even better guide. Let me just show you here. This is what you don't want. You don't want your rug to just sit right in front of your bed. You want 2/3 of it to be underneath. So you want your rug to start about here and go to the front 2/3.
And if it doesn't do that, you do have the wrong size. This is really, really important because I even think this
is the most ideal.
This is the most idea. You could even go halfway where when your feet get out of the bed in the morning, that your feet touch a rug. That is so, so important.
Yes. It makes it just so much cozier when you wake up. So again, you don't want it just in front of your bed. You want it to be 2/3 under your bed. So when you get out of your bed in the morning.
It's hard to say.
It is. It's 2/3 of the size of your bed. So when you get out of your bed, your feet hit here, and that's where your rug's going to be.
Yes. So that's perfect.
For sure.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Okay.
So those are really good guides. And these guides are going to be in there. And more visually, you can see that when you get the guide. So the guides are so important. So go in and get the guides for sure.
For sure.
Everybody's like, okay. But the biggest thing is you want a cohesiveness again. And people ask me, what colors do you go with and what things? At least one color that you're trying to pull out of the room, make sure that you're pulling it in there, in that rug. Now, if you're going to like a monochromatic, I never can say that.
Monochromatic.
Thank you, Alexi. Thank you. That, if you're doing that kind of a look in your room, or you want more of a neutral color, just go with the creams and the whites and all those. Or you can go, once again, with a woven rug. Now, it being in your bedroom, it's not going to be as soft, but you could definitely go with it and it'd be beautiful.
It's not cold.
But it's not cold either. Yes. So it's a little softer.
We also have in this guide, we have the standard sizes. So for a twin bed, we suggest a 6x9 or 5x7 rug because that's like the perfect size to put under the twin size bed. So we have those for king beds, queen beds, fulls, and twins inside the guide.
Yes. So you're going to be able to get you the right size of rug. Now, this is really important. The rug is really important because it sets the tone for the room.
Yes.
Okay. It's like, I don't know how else to say, but it's almost like it finishes the room, and drapery's the same way. So this is why we put these and lump these two in together. It's because it just finishes that room off to be cohesive and perfect and all the things. So that's what you want to do.
So I am now pulling up our curtains guide. This is also going to be in the same email that you guys are going to get today.
Yes.
So if you're not on our list, you really need to be.
And when you get on the list, you're going to get all of them. You're actually going to get all of them.
You're going to get all of them.
You're going to get all of them. So you really want to have all of them. because they're all such great guides. And if you're not looking and you're not even in the, I guess the market right now to buy a rug or whatever, you can still keep these and you'll have these in your back pocket when you are ready.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
So now on to curtains. Curtains, I feel like, is a touchy subject because a lot of people don't know how high to hang them. They don't know how many panels to have. They don't know a lot of things, but we're going to clear that up today.
Okay. So why do we have drapery? And what do I suggest there? Because I get this a lot. In my house, I have balances and I have drapery panels. I feel like if you need it for, let's just talk about this. If you need it for privacy, one of my main things that I love is bamboo shades right off. Very timeless, very classic look. You can get those at Lowe's, Home Depot, things like that. Amazon anymore. We got some in our office out there from Amazon. You literally just install them. You measure across and measure down, and then you get those done. But for privacy, I would definitely go with a layered look. Definitely go with a bamboo shade or some type of shade that rolls up and rolls down, and you can get rid of it if you want the view, which I think is so important because most of us do want the view. Okay. The second thing is I love a drapery panel. Since I've been doing this for over 20 years now, a drapery panel has been in. You don't get tired of it. Now, one of the things people ask, what kind of fabrics and things like that? Now that will go into, once again, kind of like your rug. You want to pull out at least one color, or you can go completely different and just go a neutral color, which is a cream or just a brown.
Like a linen, a glaze.
Yes.
Beige.
So those are really, really important to go with.
There's a big blue jay out our window.
That's
It came really close.
Oh my gosh, it was getting really close. So, anyhow, so when you get back to thinking, look and see, check it out. So your homework today is to check out your, windows, and are you needing privacy? If you're needing privacy, I would start with a bamboo shade or a shade of some sort, a woven shade of some sort. And you can get those absolutely anywhere for inexpensive anymore. Ones that roll up, roll down, all the different things. So if you need privacy, that's what I would suggest there. The second thing I would suggest is that you finish it off with a panel like this.
Yes.
All the way from the ceiling, all the way down to the floor. And there's something about that. It just gives it a finished, I don't know. It just makes
kind
the
of
room
like a
finished.
finished touch. It softens it.
It softens it. That's what I was looking for. Very good, Lexi. Very good.
Okay, so if you need to know how big of panels you need, what I suggest is to, here, let me go over here.
Go ahead.
Take this out, and you stretch it as far as wide as you can, and you need this length of your panel to be 1.5 to 2 times longer than your window. So if you ever want to stretch it out, if you're using it for privacy, it doesn't go completely flat. It still has the nice ripples in it, and it looks all pretty.
Yes.
So when you are measuring them, if you're going to be using them, now if they're decorative, you don't have to do that. You can just have one panel on each
Because mine
side.
right here are just decorative.
These are decorative.
I don't need it for privacy. I don't know. I don't have neighbors that close that can see me. I just put them in here for decorative. And I did put my rod, if you can see this, I put my rod clear across. And I did that. I love it. I've had it here for 11 years. I'm not getting rid of these rods. I love them. I think they're pretty. Even if I decide to change out these, which I'm thinking I'm going to, I have a toile on them right now. I'm going to change those out. I would definitely go with a rod that goes clear across, or you can just go with the rod on each side. Just right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You could go with a rod on each side, the size of the panel, the width of the panel. Okay. I'm not opposed to that.
For sure.
You're going to need one on each side of the window. I think that's so important that people kind of get mixed feelings about that. But if you're wanting to open and close your rods or open and close your panels, then yes, you can definitely use that for privacy as well. I just don't, because I just like them to be stationary like I have here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And definitely have double lining. When you have your curtains, get double lining because one, it helps filter light, and 2, it helps keep their shape better.
It helps keep the fabric color. Yes, absolutely. If you're like anybody, I think everybody that has a window, you're going to get light through it. And it will fade your pretty little fabrics that you already invested in.
Okay, so this is the most ideal. You can see here, you want it to go as high as you can to the ceiling and then about an inch or two from the bottom of the floor. We don't like them dragging the floors because one, it's harder to clean, and two, they kind of ripple out and they don't keep their shape as well. So if you have them about 2 inches from the ground, that is perfect to be able to clean under, to move them. They kind of just flow better. They hang better.
Yeah.
So that's the most ideal.
Yes. And it is most ideal for them not to touch the floor. Now, if you're like me or anybody else, if you have pets, if you have kids, you have grandkids, things like that, it's just so much easier that they don't touch the floor. Okay.
It is so much easier.
Do they give a luxury feel if they touch the floor and puddle the floor? Yes. And it really does. But if you're going to do that, I would honestly just suggest in a bedroom to do that, because I really feel like if you do that in a busy household, they're going to get dirty. They're just simply going to get dirty, and you've invested that money and that time in them, and you're not going to be happy, and you're going to come back and say, this was terrible. Yes. So I literally just put them an inch above my trim there. Basically an inch and a half. Now let's talk about the top. See mine up here? I have a crown molding here, right here, and see right here at the top here, I have them as tall as I possibly can to get that rod onto it.
Yes.
I'm going to say that again, because everybody asked that. And see,
let's get closer. Let me pull this closer.
Yeah, you can see it here. There's a gap between that wall there. See how there's a gap up there? It's okay. It's okay. So if you have really tall ceilings and you're thinking, okay, I want drapery, what do I do? Then you want to go ahead and just go as tall as you possibly can. Now, what that does is it gives you illusion of grandness in your house, and it gives you this formalness that you want. And I'm not saying that, you want your house to be formal. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it just makes it look so much better. It's
just intentional, I feel like, almost.
Yes. It is.
It definitely just polishes the room.
Turn this around here really fast so you can kind of get the whole visual there. So it's really nice to be able to have that there. Okay. If that tells you anything. Here
For sure. Okay. So the next thing with curtains
I hope that helped you.
We don't stop our curtains right against the wall. So if like the window starts here, we don't hang our curtains here. We hang our curtains about here. So let me turn my hand so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
So
we hang them about 4 to 10 inches beyond the window.
Beyond the window.
Yes. So go further away from the window. We hang about 4 to 10 inches beyond the window. That gives your window a bigger feel, makes it seem bigger, makes it look bigger, and it doesn't take away any of the light that is coming in through your window. It just sits on the wall.
I'm going to be completely honest. One of the things that I love about panels is it just flanks the window.
Yes.
I'm going to say that again. Panels, when you are doing them correctly, they're just going to flank the windows. Because when I say, hey, you need panels on your windows, people are like, I don't want panels. It's going to take away my view. I don't want that. No. Me neither. When I put panels in my house, it's just to flank that window. Okay. It's just flank it. And if they're done correctly, you're going to still have all of the view of your window.
For sure.
So it's just to lay. So when you actually put those windows, if this is your window, you want to put it a few inches out because it gives the illusion that the window is bigger.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. Okay. So I hope that's helpful as well.
So then when you get into our guide.
So you can go measure all yours now.
Yeah, you guys can go measure them all.
Go measure them.
So when you get into our guide here, we have the difference between the box pleat, the rod pocket, eyelets, tailor pleats, pinch pleat, which we prefer pinch pleat. It's usually our favorite.
Drapery. I think why I love it so much is because it holds it actually holds its shape better. None of them are going to be perfect when you put them up there. You can steam them. People ask me all the time, do you like iron yours? I'm like, no, I haven't ironed them. I haven't done anything. So once they start to form, they're going to actually take place, and they're absolutely beautiful, and they will be beautiful for years. Okay. All you have to do is run your vacuum cleaner up and down them to kind of dust them and things like that. You really won't have to do much, especially if you don't touch them. If they're just for a decorative look, it's definitely easier and most convenient to do that. Now, I really think that a pinch pleat is it just gives it the look that I'm trying to achieve all the time.
Yes.
And it honestly makes them lay really pretty. Okay.
Yeah, but there are different types of pleats that you can get, and that is inside our guide. So if you guys would like to know more about which kind of pleats or what kind of finish you would need on your curtain, go get that guide. If you need some help with the guide, you guys can just comment that you guys want the link, and then I can give it to you straight in the comments here. So just leave a comment that you want it, and I can get that for you.
Okay. All right. We're moving right along.
Yes. Okay. So now we're talking
everybody.
about,
good morning.
Yes. Good morning. Now we're going to be talking about where to accessorize your home. So what are common places that we decorate our homes for the seasons?
Okay, I'm going to think at the very first thing that would come off my head is if you have a mantle. If you have a mantle like what we have back behind us here, that's the first thing. Sorry, guys, I didn't pick up my pretty little throw.
She has her throw on the chair.
I didn't pick it up this morning, so sorry. But if you are like me with the mantle, I would suggest the mantle always be decorated. That's your statement piece. That's your statement piece in your room, in your living room. You just can't go wrong with having it always decorated. I think that's really important to decorate your mantle. So that's one place. The second place would be,
I think, dining room tables. If
Definitely.
you have a dining room table, it needs to have a little something on there. It's kind of just warming. It greets people. And if you have it on a tray, you can easily pick it up and move it out of the way if you're having dinner and you want to see over it, or you don't want it to get it dirty.
Okay, I would say the third place would be your entryway.
Yes.
And I know that you think that's crazy. You probably don't come. You yourself don't come to your front door. But most of people that are going to come to your home will come through your front door, unless they're really guests that see your house all the time. But I would definitely say your entryway is such an important part of, decorating, because sometimes that's the only thing that people see to represent you and your family and your home is your entryway. And if your entryway isn't pretty and refreshed and all the things, stay tuned. You're in the right place.
You are in the right place. So let us know what your guys' favorite place to decorate is down below in the comments. We'd love to see where you guys love to decorate.
Now, there's other places like your kitchen. I love to decorate my kitchen. I love to decorate in maybe 2 spots of my kitchen for seasonal decorating. I love that. You can do that with tiered trays. We go into a lot of this in our decor box. We have a decor box that comes out every 4 months for every season. And it is coming soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We also give you ideas of how to do that in our boutique. Our boutique has lots of seasonal concepts and different things that you can buy to incorporate in your home. And the great thing that we do for you is we show you how to use the product.
Yes.
Which is so important. You go to Hobby Lobby, which I love Hobby Lobby. We all know that. I love their home goods, at home, all the different places, all of our little boutiques, Jamie's Boutique, Jamie's Secret Garden. I love all of those places. And one that I love about Jamie's is that she teaches you and shows you how to use the items, which is so important, guys, because we all know as we go through our houses, we have those places that we don't decorate. It's because sometimes I think we just don't have the confidence to do it.
Which we can change.
We can change. In the elegant community.
Yes. Okay. We're talking about that a lot this week. Last week, we had just talked about paint colors. So about sheens, different colors, our accents, our neutrals. How to tell if you are a warm tone or a cool tone person. Yes, that's important.
That's really important, actually.
Yes, so we talked about that. And then next week, we are talking about lighting and accent lighting and lamps. So if you want to know more about scales of lamps, how big your lamp should be, where to get your lamps, where to put your lamps, and all of the other things about lighting, then you guys need to get over into our elegant community, because we're going to be giving you guys step-by-step guides on how to measure the lamps for your spaces.
And where to buy them.
Yes.
Because everybody asks me all the time, what is the layout for lamps? What is the scale for lamps? Where do you put lamps? Where do you not put lamps? I put lamps everywhere, I'll be honest. But, all the little secrets to, when you come through your house, how to get your lamps on a timer, all the timers that we've used, all the different things. So this is really important information. So if you love this, like we've been doing for the last couple of days, you could do this every week with us on a weekly basis in our elegant community.
Yes. And we would love to have you.
We would. And it's $5 this month to join, and then $17 a month after there.
Yes. So if you guys would like more information on our elegant community, leave it down below, and I can send you guys the link to that.
Perfect. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, please make sure that you guys are
sharing.
That was weird. We both just were like at the same time, but it's fine.
It's okay.
So make sure you guys are with us tonight at 6 p.m. We're going to be going live with your guys' Q&A. So bring your questions, bring a little cup and a little of tea or coffee or whatever you guys want to do.
Bring a drink.
Bring a drink and bring a snack and come talk to us. We would love to see you guys there.
Tonight at 6.
Yes, so please make sure to share,
Get
like,
your
and
supper
comment
done
too.
fast.
Yes. All right. Share, like, and comment, guys. You guys have been doing great at that. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.